Alright, good morning. So today's going to be a little bit more of an unorthodox video that you typically see on this channel. It's actually going to be a little bit vlog style, but that's because today is a very special day. It's November 1st, and Google is opening up their 5th store in the US, and it just happens to be about 40 minutes from where I live, here in Chicago. So, I'm going to get in the car, and I'm going to head down there, and you guys are going to come with me. We're going to go check out the grand opening of the new Google store. Let's do this. But first we need to say goodbye to the pup. Goodbye, pup. Goodbye, pup. And first things first, I need to stop and get some coffee because I need caffeine. And also, it's like 36 degrees out right now in Chicago. So I could use something to keep me warm, especially because this store is in an outdoor mall. And yeah, I could use the extra warmth. So I'm gonna take it. Oh, and fun fact, this entire vlog is actually gonna be shot on the Pixel 9 Pro XL. So if you think the quality looks good, then leave a like on this video. All right, I've made it to the mall. I've got my coffee, and we're ready to rock and roll. Now the problem is I gotta find where this is in the mall. I'm pretty sure that Google Maps has it right because, well, it's their store and they should have it right on here. But I'm not super familiar with this mall. It's like maybe the 4th or 5th time that I've been here, so it's gonna be a journey. So here we go. Now something that I'm actually pretty excited about, because like I said, this is the 5th Google store that's opening up in the US and I think the world. And while some tech retail stores tend to kind of just like copy the format of the Apple store, like you can take the Samsung stores, for example. I feel like the Google stores have really found like a really unique way of doing it. And I've seen a lot of pictures of the ones like in Chelsea and in Mountain View and in Williamsburg and Boston. And they all look so unique and so cool. So I'm really excited to see what this actually ends up looking like. I think it'll be really cool. Something I've also been wondering is there going to be like a ton of people here? Like I'm only showing up like maybe 30 minutes before the opening of it. Or am I going to be the only person here like stoked about a Google store opening? I don't know. I feel like the Pixel devices have grown like really popular in the last couple of years, and Google's making much more of a name for themselves in the tech industry. So I feel like people are going to be, you know, enjoying it and wanting to be part of these kind of things. I also don't know if they're going to give any free swag out for the people that are waiting in line out there, so I'm hoping that I get to be part of that if they do, but we'll see. Fortunately, it's a beautiful day out. Like you can see, it's sunny. It's really cold. I can't really feel my hand holding the phone right now, but this is gonna be a good time. Oh, and look at that. I did find it. And it actually looks like I'm not the only one there, unless those are all employees. So I'll find out in a second. Here we go. All right, so I'm officially the second person, looks like, that's here. They are opening up at 10 a.m. It's about 9:30 right now. They do have like Molly's cupcakes out here and coffee for anybody that's coming. Somebody else did beat me here, and they were just doing like a photo shoot with him for the opening, and he was like shaking hands with, I don't know if it was like the store manager or some like big exec from Google and their retail expansion or what it was, but pretty cool. I think it's a really cool looking store. I love, here, let me show you real quick. I really love like the slotted wood. Slotted wood's just kind of like in right now, you know what I mean? Like looks really nice. And I love that it accents with the black paint, you know, in between all the panes of the windows and stuff. Looks really cool. And it looks like they have a really big team in there too. So I kind of like peeked a little bit in the window. So yeah, so we got some time. I'll be hanging out here. I'll be recording lots of clips of this as we get into it. So stay tuned. So as we're getting closer to the opening, I'm waiting out here, and now some media outlets are starting to show up, like ABC7 Chicago, I've noticed. Can't tell the other one right now. There's like 2 camera crews here right now. But still pretty cool. It looks like some people are making a bit of a deal out of it, at least. I don't know, it just feels like such a niche thing, right? Especially in a market where like Apple's stores seem to be so dominant. Like there's hundreds of them, I feel like, in the United States. But Google's, working on opening up their 5th right now here in 2024. It's just really cool to kind of be part of this history, and I'm like really glad I'm taking you all along with me on this. I don't know, it's fun, it's unique, it's a like I said, it's a niche, but it's something that really stands out, and I feel like this is kind of like a little bit of a momentous occasion in the history of Google, at least, and their products and now their stores. So I'm really glad that you guys are coming along with me on this one.
Good morning, welcome in to our Oakbrook location.
All right.
All right, so I just wrapped up with my first Google Store experience. I've actually never been to a Google Store before, so this is the first time I actually got to do that. And of course, it was for the grand opening of this one. Did get this really cool tote bag, which was pretty nice. It says Google Store Oakbrook. So that was pretty nice to get some free swag. And a cool thing is actually they were able to use my online store credit. I actually had some online store credit from this Pixel 9 Pro XL. So I did pick up some swag. I picked up the Pixel Buds Pro 2. I also picked up a little YouTube thermos, which is pretty cool. So I wasn't expecting them to have like, you know, YouTube gear and stuff like that. Google swag as well, available for purchase in the store. So something that sets them up, sets them a little bit apart from like going to like an Apple store where you can't get stuff like, you know, mugs or pens or stuff like that. Kind of cool to see that Google actually had some stuff like that. Now, when it comes down to the experience, I did find it was really interesting. The first person that I talked to that I wanted to like, you know, just ring out, didn't actually have a device to ring me out. And he seemed pretty confused by it, and he was asking around and wasn't able to get one. I know this is the grand opening of their store, so I do want to give them some grace, but also the 5th store that they've opened. And then when I, you know, asked about getting the Pixel Buds Pro 2, the second person that was helping me out needed to go and get them themselves, and so it just seemed like it wasn't as streamlined of a process. I also wasn't a big fan of how like the security cables looked in the back of the phones. It was really interesting how the security cables kind of just like looked like they were just stuck on there just cause, like there was no rhyme or reason to it, no good flow to it. It looked really messy. But then they had dummy units right next to the phones that were secured down with no security on them because they're dummy units. But then that way you can get an actual feel for the size of the phone, try it on a phone case or put it in your pocket or whatever you want to try. So it was actually really interesting to see just the differentiation, you know, between that or going to like an Apple store. But overall, I'd still say that it was a really cool experience. I'm glad that I came. I also got a free Molly's cupcake, which was pretty dope. So yeah, so I'll throw in some B-roll and stuff from this trip. There was a lot of really cool things that happened, and there's still a lot of stuff that I think that Google needs to work on fixing as they open up more and more retail stores, just to make that experience a little more streamlined, a little more customer friendly. Not that anybody wasn't friendly at all. I do want to say everybody was very friendly to me and to the other customers that were there. Also, when I first walked up, I was like the second person there, but it ended up being where there was tons of people, probably like over 12 people that ended up like in line right before the opening. And so the store got packed real quick, which was actually really exciting to see. It made it feel more like an exciting event that I was at instead of being a little bit more niche. So that was actually pretty fun. So, but shout out to the folks over here at Google and in the Google store Oakbrook in Illinois. Did a really good job overall. And I hope that you take this feedback, as constructive feedback and work on making some things better for us. Now, I can't believe it, but I almost forgot to outro my own freaking video. So I'm gonna outro this here. I really hope that you enjoyed this kind of unique style, like vlog style review, if you will, of going to the Google store opening. I had a lot of fun making this, so I hope that you guys did enjoy it. And if you did, please leave a like on this video, subscribe if you haven't already, or follow me on any of my other platforms. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram as well, at Randall Reviews. You can find me on all of those things. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video of whatever I decide to make. Bye.